Hello friends, let us begin with the next topic of chapter of wave optics, that is the refraction of light at plane boundary between two media. So in previous lecture we learn about the Huygens wave theory, concept of wavefront, then we have Huygens principle, then we have construction of spherical wavefront, then construction of plane wavefront, and then we have the important topic that we have already studied, the reflection of light using the plane mirror or plane surface. Afterwards, in this lecture we have begin with the refraction of light at plane boundary between two mediums. So we already know the phenomena of refraction, in which light enter from one medium to another medium, and then there is the corresponding laws. So the law we are going to verify using Huygens wave theory of light. So first of all we have a simple diagram in which the wavefront will be enter from one medium to another medium. So let us draw the diagram. We have number of steps in drawing the diagram. So we consider here is medium first and medium 2, first medium and second medium. So for this medium we consider the 2 points, for example A and suppose point C. For that points we draw initially the normals. Normal at A point and normal at C point. Now we incident the plane wavefront such that it will enter from medium 1 to medium 2. So for plane wavefront we draw the first ray, that is incident at point A. This point will be taken as suppose A dash. This point will be A. This is first ray, and now we have the second ray, that will be again same incline and incident at point C. Now we draw the wavefront bounded by these two rays. That wavefront we can draw, for example, like this. So this will be the plane wavefront that is coming toward the boundary of two mediums, and then the wavefront will be entering into the second medium from first medium. So let us name this wavefront as suppose AB, and this ray and corresponding point is taken as suppose B dash. So when wavefront reach at the surface of two media, that is A and B, that wavefront initially touches the point A, and then afterwards gradually the wavefront will be enter into this medium, so that B will be travel from B point to C point. So wavefront enter into the first medium to second medium, like this. Now we have the important part of construction, how the wavefront AB enter from first medium to second medium. For that we have considered small time interval, suppose T, capital T. So time T will be required by light to travel from B to C in medium 1. So we consider a small time T. So before that we consider T is equal to 0. Wavefront reach at point A. So initially when time T is equal to 0, wavefront touch the surface or boundary separating two medium at point A. Now after small time T, after time small t is equal to suppose capital T, in that time interval wavefront travel from point B to C. So wavefront travel from B to C in medium 1. So the distance BC we can write in terms of velocity. Suppose we have taken velocity in this medium is taken as suppose V1. Velocity of light in medium 2 is taken as V2. So we know the relation of velocity. So velocity is equal to distance divided by time. Suppose velocity in first medium is suppose V1. Distance traveled is taken as suppose BC in medium 1. So we take like this, BC divided by, and time interval we have taken as capital T. So in time t, capital T, distance traveled is BC and corresponding velocity is suppose V1. Now we can write distance BC is equal to, therefore we can write BC is equal to V1 into T here. So after time t is equal to T, wavefront travel from B to C, that BC distance, so we can write like this, BC is equal to V1 into capital T. This will be equation number suppose first. Now we begin with the next part of the diagram. When in small time t, wavefront reach from B point to C point, there is a secondary wavelet produced from point A in the medium 2. So in same time interval, wavefront, that is secondary wavelet, generate from point A and enter into the medium 2 in a form of semicircle like this. So if you draw the wavefront or secondary wavelet in this medium, so we measure for the technique of drawing diagram, we consider this distance and we divide into 3 parts. So 2/3 distance we have to consider like this. So 2/3 distance of BC or less than that, using that we have to construct a spherical wavelet that is generate from or originate from point A, that will be look like this. So this will be the secondary wavelet generate from point A in medium number 2 like this. So in time capital T, light travel from B to C, and in same time secondary wavelet generate from point A, that will be in a form of the half circle or semicircle. So we have the radius of this particular circle. Suppose we have radius, that distance, that radius of the semicircle will be calculated on the basis of same time t and velocity v2. So velocity v2, time, same time and corresponding distance. Before that we have one more construction. So let us draw the tangent from point C on surface of secondary wavelet. So we have to draw tangent. So tangent drawn from point C on surface of wavefront, that will be look like this. So this will be the tangent like this. So tangent intersect at this point on secondary wavelet. That point is suppose denoted by E suppose. Now we draw a ray from point A towards E and then we extend like this. So as a refracted ray, we draw a ray from A to E and then it will be extend like this. So we have the 2 rays, incident ray A dash A and refracted ray AE onwards like this. So this will be the refracted ray. Already we know, suppose it is a rarer medium and this is a denser medium. Then we know that when ray enter from rarer to denser, it will bend towards the normal. So we have given names to normal. Suppose this point is P, this point is suppose P dash, this is normal Q and suppose Q dash. So incident ray and refracted ray. Similarly incident ray and corresponding refracted ray. So refracted rays are parallel to each other. Suppose if you draw a refracted ray, that will be again travel in this direction. So these 2 rays bound this wavefront. The wavefront is EC. that is called refracted wavefront. So if we name the wavefront, so we can give the names to these wavefront AB as the incident wavefront, and these will be called refracted wavefront. Incident wavefront and corresponding refracted wavefront. So that refracted wavefront can be obtained by drawing tangent from point C on surface of secondary wavelet. Now we have the angles. Suppose one by one we mark the angles. So angle between incident ray and the normal, that angle is taken as angle of incidence R. Similarly here also incident ray second, and this will be the normal. Again these angles also equal to R. Now we have these angles. Suppose if we consider these angles, so wavefront and direction of light, these will be perpendicular to each other. So already we have these will be I, and remaining will be 90 minus R. Again normal and surface of two media or boundary between two media, again perpendicular to each other. So these will be again 90 degree, from which we have 90 minus I. So what about this angle equal to again I here like this. So this is by geometry of figure we can found if this angle is I, then this will be also I using geometry of figure here. Now we have angle of refractions. This angle is suppose angle of refraction, as it is the refracted ray and the normal. The refracted ray and normal, the angle between them is called the R. Similarly, refracted ray and normal, these angle again equal to R. Now again we have the geometry of figure. If these will be R, and here we have the direction of light ray and the wavefront perpendicular to each other, then these will be again 90 minus R. So if this is 90 minus R, then what about this angle? So this angle is equal to again R, using same concept we have used for angle of incidence here. So by geometry of figure we have two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle AEC. In these two triangles we have, these will be angle of incidence and this is called angle of refraction. Now let us begin with the next part. See here. Distance AE, that is equal to V2 into T. This is equation number second. This is we have taken similar to the equation number first. Now we have two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle AEC. Sine of angle of incidence and sine of angle of refraction. What we obtain, sine I is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse. Sine R is equal to opposite means AE divided by AC. So we write like this. Sine of I, that is equal to, sine of I is equal to BC divided by AC. BC will be equal to, using equation 1, we have V1 into T. So we have V1T using equation 1 and divide by AC. This is suppose equation number 3. Similarly, sine of R is equal to AE divided by AC. Opposite divided by hypotenuse. AE divided by AC. Again we have equation 2. AE is equal to V2 into T divided by AC. This is equation number suppose 4. Now we divide 3 by 4. 3 divided by 4. What we obtain? Sine I divided by sine R, that is equal to. AC will be get cancelled. What we obtain, V1 into T divided by V2 into T. AC will be get cancelled, and again T will be get cancelled. So we have V1 divided by V2, velocity in first divided by velocity in second medium. Now we know that V1 divided by V2, if we multiply and divide by speed of light in vacuum, suppose C, multiply divided by C, and if we adjust this term, sin I divided by sin R is equal to, if we write this term together, then we write like this, C divided by V2, and these V1 we have to send in divide, C divided by V1. So we obtain C divided by V2 is absolute refractive index of second medium, and C divided by V1 as absolute refractive index of first medium. So if we write this equation by cross multiplication, N1 into sin I, that is equal to N2 into sin R. So this is nothing but the law of refraction. Law of refraction, or we can write N2 upon N1 as refractive index of second with respect to first, that is equal to sin I divided by sin R. Relative refractiveness of second medium with respect to first, sin I divided by sin R, which is nothing but the Snell's law. So we prove here the law of refraction as Snell's law using concept of Huygens wave theory. Now we have a very small equation how we relate refractive index with wavelength. So we have a very simple relation. Velocity V is equal to, or suppose V1 is equal to distance taken as wavelength lambda 1 and time taken as suppose t. Similarly, velocity in second medium, wavelength in second medium divided by t. If we take ratio, V1 upon V2 is equal to lambda 1 divided by lambda 2. Now here we know that V1 upon V2 is sin I upon sin R, and sin I upon sin R is equal to N2 upon N1. So we write here using above equation, N2 divided by N1 is equal to lambda 1 divided by lambda 2, or we write N second with respect to first, lambda 1 divided by lambda 2. Like this. So this will be the relation of refractive index with wavelength of light in first and second medium. So relation of velocity, relation of wavelength with respect to refractive index we have already discussed here. And one more quantity is called the frequency. The frequency doesn't change when light enters from one medium to another medium. So here we discuss about the refraction phenomena and relation of refractive index with wavelength of light, which is very small topic in textbook here. So we have number of problems may be designed on the basis of this particular formula or topic here. Afterwards we have the new phenomena in next lecture, that is the phenomena of polarization of light. Till you study these particular topics, continue, recall or rewind the video and pause the video and try to draw the diagrams and again compare with the textbook here. Thank you.